just trying to do something, a little something for you to show you,
Mhm.
that you're appreciated for what you do.
I appreciate
You
that.
know, I mean, we do love you around here. We don't know why we love you,
Right.
but we know that
Right.
we love you.
Uh-huh.
And I think most of that love comes from the consideration you show us
Okay.
and not necessarily because we like you,
Oh, okay. Is that it?
but we love you. I mean, I like you. She needs you. That's why she like you.
That's why she likes me?
The second she 100% independent, she might leave you in the dust. So
I feel like that's a part of like growing up. That's a part of
You better-
childhood.
you better be careful with her because it seemed like she was like, "Ooh, deuces, mom,
She said, I got what I needed.
out.
You should have got what you needed.
I'm out, snitches."
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Life After I Do. I'm your host, Anisha G, and I'm here with my husband. When he's done holding a note, he will introduce himself.
I'm Kung Fu Mo.
Kung Fu Mo.
I'm still on it.
What are you still on? K Dot?
M Dot. M Dot.
Oh my God.
The boogeyman himself. That's where I'm at.
That is like a new anthem in our household right now. And in the house, in the car, when he's on the phone with his brother. His brother is also on his K Dot right now. Me and my sister-in-law were talking about it, and she was like, I'm so tired of hearing this song. And I was like, they're running it, they're gonna run it into the ground. Like, I hope you don't run it into the ground, because we still gotta hear it all summer.
Y'all just proof that y'all not like us.
No, I'm just saying, I love the song.
No, you not like us.
I love the beat.
No, you one of them jabroni ass niggas he talking about.
Oh my word.
You know what I'm saying?
How was your week?
I can't believe, like, he literally shouted you out because when he said, like, from Alondra down to Central, that's where you grew up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm not saying I don't like the song or the beat, but I'm not running it into the ground and literally playing it every 5 minutes like you are.
It's a West Coast bop.
How was your week?
Bop.
How was your week, babe?
My week was great because of K-Dot. Again.
He's keeping you alive, huh?
Man, every time I hear it, I get hype.
Like, he was legit in his office, and I heard the song play again, and I was like, Maurice. And he just turned it off. I was like, enough.
As soon as I hear
enough is enough,
as soon as I hear Mustard on the beat, I'm like, hey.
I was like, enough is enough. Like, I don't know how much more we can.
That's my shit right
If you're not watching us on YouTube, you definitely should be watching us on YouTube so you can see this move that he just busted. I mean, I know he'd be willing to bust another move. Like, if I played it right now, you don't even do you have it? Because I know you would play it.
I didn't hook up the stuff for that.
Oh, okay.
but like K Dot said, sometimes you gotta pop out and show people.
Okay. Okay. Well, how was your week? Aside from K Dot.
That was my week. It consumed my week.
Just K Dot, huh?
Consumed my week.
So other than that, it was a pretty like laid back week.
Well, I mean, it was Mother's Day weekend too, so I did that stuff for you.
Yes, it is. Mother's Day weekend.
So by the time you got
and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
By the time you hear this, it'll be after Mother's Day.
It'll be after Mother's Day by the time you hear this, yes. But happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. I'm rooting for you guys.
Y'all act like motherhood is hard. It ain't that hard. Stop the cap.
It's the most rewarding job that anyone could ever have.
Yeah, so my week was K-Dot. You know what I mean? And then, just trying to do something, a little something for you to show you, that you're appreciated for what you do.
I appreciate that.
I mean, we do love you around here. We don't know why we love you.
Right.
But we know that we love you.
Uh-huh.
And I think most of that love comes from the consideration you show us.
Okay.
And not necessarily because we like you.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
But we love you. I mean, I like you. She needs you. That's why she like you.
That's why she likes me?
The second she 100% independent, she might leave you in the dust. So
I feel like that's a part of like growing up. That's a part of childhood.
You better be careful with her because it seemed like she was like, "Ooh, deuces, mom."
She said, I got what I needed.
Out.
Should have got what you needed.
I'm out, snitches.
Should have been, I'm out, snitches.
Oh, because according to her, we gonna die any day. Because she was like, when you were a kid, like it was so long. When you were a kid,
Oh my gosh. She was like, Mom, did you have a 7th birthday?
the fact that
Clearly I did because I'm here.
the fact that she can't fathom a year that starts with 19, it's really insulting.
No, it just sounds like
So long,
it just sounds so long
for
ago.
her.
Like, especially to, the current generation. It's like, when were you born? I was born in 1919. Did you see that meme where it's like when you're explaining to the younger generation, like you were born in 19 something, they go, damn.
Yeah. It's like for them, 1998 is history.
I mean, because it really just dawned on me not too long ago that the people born in 2000 are 24 years old.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's so crazy.
But how was your week, boo?
My week was
It
good.
doesn't matter, Jeroni. It doesn't matter. See, all the men listening will get that because that was a Rock reference. Because he called him a jabroni in the song, and then that's what Rock used to do. He used to ask the question, and then when they go down,
I remember.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Jabroni.
Yeah, I remember the Rock. I was around during that era as well.
Oh, so how was your week?
If you say it, I'm gonna pinch you. Cause I know I can feel it. I can feel it from you. My week. DeMel.
How was your week, babe?
My week was good.
It doesn't matter.
I told you I would pinch you. My week was good.
What you do?
I had a love-filled weekend.
Love-filled,
A
huh?
love-filled
So
weekend.
with love?
Because my family loved on me Mother's Day.
In more than one way.
You're so inappropriate. Yeah, so it was good. My Mother's Day weekend, good start, good finish.
The
Still
only thing
had
you was
to
missing was a balcony and a beach view.
that would have been nice.
Yeah, and a beach view.
That would have been nice. And the only other thing I was missing was being able to watch my episode of Law and Order in peace, because
I don't know.
I wasn't able to do that. I had to keep pausing it because
That don't faze me because, and I'm gonna tell you why they don't faze me.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna tell you why they don't faze me.
Okay.
Because when I'm sitting watching my anime, you
watch it in peace, bro.
No, and
you watch it in peace.
I'm sitting there watching anime. I'm reading because I watch all my anime and subtitles. I don't do this English crap.
Okay.
I need the full emotion. I need to feel it. And I'm reading it, and then you be like, you come in and start talking to me because it's not like I can just. So then I pause and I look at you like.
The only thing I say to you is to turn the TV down. Because if you're reading subtitles, I don't understand why the TV needs to be at 52.
Because there's still sound effects.
Okay, but it doesn't need to be at 52.
You have to hear.
The TV doesn't have to be at 52.
You have to hear the emotions.
The
and
TV, you can
inflictions
still get emotion
and the inflictions
at a 9. I would even give you a 12.
Matter.
I would even give you a 12 volume. But a 52 volume, and you can't understand what they're saying and you're reading subtitles.
Dosta.
And you are able
Nani?
you lay in bed, you watch your anime,
Nani?
okay? Last night, I tried to get just one fluid episode of Law and Order in. First of all, you wanted to
hold the phone.
hold
First of all,
up.
you get your Law and Order in before I get home. When I come home, you know what it is.
No, no, that's not how that works.
If you didn't finish your task that day, that's your fault, not mine.
You know what? Like I said, I wanted to get my episode of Law and Order.
It ain't my fault.
I wanted to
What?
get my episode of Law and Order in.
Olivia don't
You
even
and
like
Phoenix decided to have
sorry.
play hour.
I'm sorry.
Then after play hour,
So I can't play with my daughter?
I didn't say you couldn't play with her, but did you have to
Sounds-
play with her by blocking the TV that you both saw that I was watching?
sound
Nobody has any regard for mom around
salty.
here.
You just said before this, you just said we showed you a lot of love.
Yeah, for Mother's Day weekend, I'm just talking about like simple, regular things though.
Like we gave you a weekend. How much more time you want? Like back to the regular schedule program. We gave you a weekend. We gave you a weekend, pimp.
Well, today is one of my favorite episodes. It's a
what is it?
reaction video
I
episode.
don't
You
know.
know, we try to bring y'all one every month. reaction video episode. So I have some things lined up that I wanted to talk to you
Is
about,
it messy
sir.
or is it messy or is it BS?
Huh?
Is it messy or is it BS?
I guess that depends on how you look at it.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess that depends on how you look at
sometimes
it.
you gotta pop out and show people. I'm trying not to say certain words, but it's hard for me to change
Obviously.
my lingo on the fly.
Obviously. Okay, so let's just kind of hop right into
That's
it.
long.
Huh? It just looks that way because it's in small letters. But let's hop right into it because
Let's do
there
it.
is one that I really wanted to talk
Let's get
about.
to it.
Okay. So this one says, "Am I the asshole for not forgiving my husband after what he has done?"
Okay.
Okay.
What do you do?
The story happened a few months ago, but I'm emotionally sensitive, so I'm still very sad and heartbroken about it. My husband and I have been married for over 2 years. My husband runs a business, so for the past few years, I've been staying at home taking care of our children. A few months ago, we discussed buying a house, and I overheard him talking on the phone to his father about putting the house under his father's name. I didn't say anything about it because I thought it was his own money, and he wanted to make his parents happy by putting his father on the deed, so I reassured myself in that way. But I was truly devastated when I found out that he had listened to a friend's advice to put the house in his parents' name and then transfer it back to him separately so that the property wouldn't be legally tied or connected to me during our marriage. I was surprised how he could go along with such an idea when we have been living together, raising children, and have never had any conflict in our marriage. I couldn't keep calm and I caused a scene, and the house buying process has been postponed. After that, I cried a lot, and he tried to apologize and even took me out shopping for things that made me happy. But until now, whenever I think about it, I feel indescribably sad. I can't forget it, and I can't forgive him. What should I do?
I'm not gonna say what just came in my head.
No, say it.
What I said, what just came in my head wasn't serious. It was.
Oh, okay,
it was-
okay.
It was referring back to the beef.
Okay.
She need to get over it.
She needs to get over it.
Yes, that's my take.
Why does she need to get over it?
Because I understand what he was doing.
What was he doing? Trying to protect himself?
He was trying to protect himself.
Okay.
And in this day and age,
Uh-huh.
where marriage and relationship has become so fickle,
Okay.
and like they say, 70% of divorces are initiated by the woman,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of times it's not because he cheated; it's just because she's no longer happy. And now, since she's no longer happy, I'm losing 50 off rip. So he's just trying to protect her. I see that. I'm not saying.
Mm-hmm.
See, 'cause again, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Two things can be right at the same time. I'm
Two
not
things
saying
can be true at the same time.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm not saying what he did was right, but I understand it. He's trying to protect himself in the future,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Regardless of, because she said they had been together for 2 years.
Well, they've been married, so
Married 2 years?
typically
Right.
people have been together
And
for
so,
decades before they.
I
Get
mean,
married.
it could also be for him. Again, I say I would need to hear his side of the story to get more context.
Mhm.
It could be for him that she may have displayed some characteristics or qualities, or maybe even alluded to some type of activity or behavioral change that make him think that that could be a possibility in the future, no matter what he does. Because again, I think it was a couple weeks ago, the whole viral thing going around was I divorced a good man. That thing was going around, right? So we as men understand the risks that we are taking, because in marriage, as a man, we carry the bulk of the weight, regardless of whether we do right or wrong. I can do everything right. She's not happy. She wants something fresh. It's still plausible that I'm going to lose half of my belongings just because she's no longer happy. Not because something I did or something I said, just because I'm not making her happy in this moment. And a lot of times when men are not making women happy, when she doesn't feel happy like within herself, is because most of the time when it's a good man, he is spending all of his energy providing and making sure everything is straight on the outside, and he's not necessarily feeding to her on the inside. So all I see in this situation is that he's just trying to protect himself from what may happen. So he's just trying to have foresight. Now, whether you want to say he's wrong for thinking it's going to be that way, I don't want to hear that because that energy y'all brought when old girl had a escape account.
Okay, well, that's what I was just that's actually what I was
You
going
know
to
what I'm
bring
saying?
up.
That energy y'all had, and she should have escape account. She should, right? He doing the same thing. So I don't want to hear this talking about he wrong. No, because y'all was cool with the escape account.
Okay, but I think the difference in that is
Ain't no difference.
That no,
The
I'm
on-
just gonna say I think just
The
for
only
the sake
difference
of conversation,
the only difference is the
in that
chromosome
is
that's being
that
carried.
not only did she, tell her husband about it, right? She also looked at it as it wasn't what she was just trying to keep to herself. When times got hard and she saw that her husband was struggling, she was like, okay, I've been doing this for whatever reason. Like maybe it was a rainy day. Maybe it was because like she had a foresight that they would need some extra funds, whatever it was.
she was
But
doing
she
that
was
in case
willing.
she was doing that in
Hold
case
on.
he
She was
left her high and
still
dry.
willing to let her husband know, like, hey, I don't want you to stress out over us coming up short these past couple of months because I have been putting money aside that we can also use to pay the
not how
bills
that-
and to take some of the burden off of you.
That's not how that situation went at all, my love.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just
So-
saying because she did in that reaction that we talked about. She was saying that because he was starting to get stressed out, he felt like he was getting behind on bills. She was debating like, should I tell him about this account? I didn't want him to get upset, but she was willing to put up the money to close the gap.
This is also the same woman that said that she would not downgrade her lifestyle.
Who said that?
In that same,
I do not remember that.
Of course you don't.
I don't remember that.
Of course you don't.
I don't remember that.
But men do.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
And that's why I say, I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm not saying.
And I
what he
didn't say
did
I
was wrong.
100% disagree with
But
you
what
either.
I'm
I
saying
can
at
understand
the-
from
hold on.
that perspective
Hold on, my love.
of protecting himself.
Hold on, my love. Hold on. What I am saying is,
Wait, like you always tell me, get your hand off of me.
I'm gonna put it somewhere else. Put it somewhere else. Like I always say, to his point, she asked for a house.
They discussed buying a house together. So she
Okay,
was
hold
under
on,
the
hold on,
assumption
hold on, hold
that
on,
that
hold
would be
on,
something
hold
they would be doing
hold
together.
Hold on. She would have lived in the physical house.
Maurice, don't.
And as long as everything is
No.
kosher,
Okay.
Gucci,
Uh-huh.
solid,
Mm,
she in the house.
okay.
9 times out of 10, if their life would have continued on with no drawbacks, and the kids get older, the house would have went to the kids or the grandkids, and house would have still served its purpose.
You're
only-
assuming.
Okay, and you're
assuming.
assuming that he was
Right.
trying to hide this from her because right.
But he was.
Okay.
He didn't have the conversation with her,
thing.
and then he tried to make up for it because she was feeling sad about it that he would do something like that.
And that's another.
What are you talking about?
And that's another point I was going to get to. The fact that he knew that, hey, I can just go buy her stuff. That must be that.
No,
that
he
must-
was just trying to do something to get her mind taken off of what she was upset by.
Look here, this is my thoughts. He wasn't wrong. He wasn't right.
Okay.
He made
Would
it-
that be something you
He
would have
made a
done?
decision. No, I
Why not?
Because I
Just
trust
ask,
you.
no, just ask me why not?
Because I trust you. And like I've said before, you were with me when I had nothing, so you deserve everything I have.
Okay. Now let me ask you this.
But
Do
the more
you
I think
think-
about it, I don't think you deserve everything. You about down about 72% because I'm about to give Phoenix most of my stuff. You tripping? You been tripping? Every time you make me mad, I'm like, there's another point for Phoenix. You getting more stuff? I do think what?
Demel. Just sometimes you shouldn't even open your mouth.
You didn't say that.
Maurice, cut it out. Cut it. You better cut it out right now.
Your price is way too high. You need to cut it.
Okay, see, you're making me lose my train of thought, and you're doing that on purpose. Okay, so you have said over and over, right?
I've said a lot of things over.
Okay, you have
So
said
you do
over and
You
listen.
just don't act.
You have said that it is your responsibility and your duty as the male species
Mm-hmm.
to protect and provide for the person that you have chosen to marry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this person that you have chosen to marry has buried your children,
Mm-hmm.
right? Do you not think that your kids and your wife could benefit from the home that you have like provided for them by purchasing them a home, like, or you guys purchasing a home together? Because God forbid something happens to him.
Okay,
What if
here's the
something
thing.
happen? What? Hold on. What if something happens to him? Wouldn't he want his children to still have some type of stability
Okay.
by being in their
Can
home?
I answer that question?
Because we're also assuming that his father like would be an honest man
Well,
and
I'm
do that,
assuming-
and we're also assuming that his father even likes his wife.
Everything is
Is an assumption,
everything is-
right?
But I'm assuming that even if the father does not like the wife, he loves his grandkids. Right?
You be surprised.
And I'm assuming that the man had a good enough judgment to go to his father for that because he believes his father would do right by him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because essentially what he's saying was, Dad, I'm gonna buy it. I just want your name on it, but I'm taking care of all the money.
Yeah.
So that right there lets you know that he trusts his dad enough to, hey, when it comes time, you're gonna give me my house back because I'm the one paying
Yeah.
for it.
Well, let's just play for fun. Let's play for fun.
Let's
okay?
play for fun.
Let's play for fun. Let's say that he goes through and he does this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the father-in-law is not fond of his daughter-in-law.
Which is-
yeah, he could still love his grandkids.
Which is
But
rare.
yeah, but he could still love his grandkids, whatever. Something happens to the husband. The house was never even signed back over. The parents own the house.
Mhm.
And the parents want to rent the house out because now they're financially hold on. Nope, I'm not done. They're financially responsible for a house that they weren't financially responsible for before, right? She's a stay-at-home mom, so she doesn't have like any technical steady income, right? So let's just assume that she probably, I don't know, got a pension or maybe something. I don't know. She got one big lump sum of money, but it's not enough to
Okay, hold on. If
sustain.
she getting the pension,
I'm
them kids is grown.
No, I'm just like playing for fun, okay?
All right. Go ahead and play.
And the parents want to sell the house. Like, what if the parents just want to sell the house
Okay.
because they're like,
Here's the thing. I hear what you're saying. I don't. And again, it's everything you said is an assumption.
yeah, we're just
And
yes,
it's a hypothetical.
it's a hypothetical. We're
So
hypothetically speaking.
So I'm gonna say, to answer your point, your hypothetical and my world don't exist.
Okay, why not?
Why not?
Mhm.
Because it's my world. And as you always say, my perception.
Yeah, it's your reality.
And so I don't perceive you talking right now.
Goodbye. I'm gonna pinch you. Cut it out.
You better stop.
Cut it out.
You better stop.
What?
Heard what K-Dot said. You better stop. Wop,
What'd he
wop,
say?
wop, wop, wop.
Finish what you're saying.
So I also say, like, if something happened to the dad and she's saying, "Oh my," we don't know. Like, again, we don't know what she did before, so we don't even know.
Right.
We don't even know if she'll be able to maintain what he had going on. We don't know who's going to because here's the thing. Here's another point that might make this whole house thing minute, right? What if, yeah, she wasn't on the house, but she inherits all the business and she still has the money and she can go get another house. And so a lot of things, something like this could be a lot of times it can be something that's not really that big of a deal. But
can understand
but because she feels left out, because, you know, a lot of times women operate in their feelings. You know, women love to operate in their feelings. He made me feel
But
like.
the thing is I think where the hurt comes from that she felt as though they were doing something and achieving a goal together, and that they were on the same. Hold
They
on,
were
let me
gonna
finish.
move
They
in
were
together.
they were on the same grounds about like the house, because obviously when we started talking about a house, it never crossed my mind that I wouldn't legally be a part of the purchasing process.
Boy, if I should have thought about that.
That would have never occurred to me. And then if you
Hold
would have
on.
came back, hold on, if I would have found out that you went about doing something like signing it over to, or having somebody else basically purchase the house and sign it back over to you, I would be hurt.
Here's the thing.
I would be hurt. And I think my feelings for that would be
Here's the thing.
valid.
Here's the thing.
Because it's not like you had a conversation with
Hold
me
on.
about it.
Hold on. Let me talk to you about something right now.
He did it in
Let me
secret.
talk to you about something. I'm gonna say you're true in what you're saying, right?
You just said
Right.
that to blanket me.
Right.
What?
But at the same time, you can't talk about you can't say what you just said
About what?
about the whole
How I would be hurt if you did
right,
that?
right. Coming, because you're sitting here as a person who is legally on a house,
Mhm.
but it's not legally financially obligated to pay.
I don't understand what that has to do with anything.
Because so you passed the debt off on me.
Sir,
But you enjoying the house.
sir, it was my
Ma'am.
income that helped get the house too. It was my income that helped to furnish this
What
house.
is-
It was my income to make this house into a home. You act like I had. See, the thing about it is, and this is what my husband likes to do, and now we finna go off into a tangent.
Let's go.
This is what my husband likes to do.
Make it juicy.
I have been home for what, 4 years? A
17
little over
years.
4 years. In
17
that 4
years.
years, for some reason, in his brain, he has wiped out everything that I have done prior to the 4 years.
No, I have not.
In his brain, if for some reason in his brain, he thinks that like I never contributed financially to
I
this
never said that.
household.
I never
He
said
acts
that.
like it
I
wasn't
never
my
said that.
income that also got us approved to get a mortgage.
Hold on,
He acts
hold
like it
on.
wasn't like you act like I had no
Hold on.
financial like
on,
footing
player.
into getting our
Hold on,
home.
player. Hold on, player. I've given you credit a lot of times. I've given you credit, and I say that. Like, I understand that, you know, like I just said, I literally just said no less than 10 minutes ago that you were with me when I had nothing.
No, I
So
get
you
that.
deserve
I get that. But
everything
if
I
you're
have
talking
now.
about how you take the blunt of everything financially,
So,
first of all,
hold on,
you've
hold on.
always done that voluntarily our
Hold on.
entire relationship.
Okay, so I'm a man.
Okay,
I'm a
sure,
man, and I've
sure.
loved you, and I've loved you since day one.
But
Now,
hold
calm
on.
down, I'm talking.
But
Calm down, I'm talking.
no,
Calm down, I'm
don't
talking.
tickle me.
Calm down, I'm talking. But what I'm saying is,
Okay.
what I was saying is that you loved me when I was a 4-figure man. Now that I'm a
I loved you when you were a 0-figure man.
now that I'm a 6-figure man,
Oh my god,
you deserve all. Now
I appreciate that.
I'm trying to get to 7, but your spending habits is holding me
Oh my gosh, no.
back. Nonetheless, I would not do to you what he has done to her.
Right, but
right?
what I just
But what
want you
I'm
to
saying-
admit
but what
is,
I'm saying, but what I'm saying is,
let go
My
of
lo-
my hand.
what I'm saying, my love, is that I can understand
Where she's coming from.
where he's coming from
Okay, but you can't.
because I have something with you that a lot of people don't have. My history with
Plays a part.
you plays a major part.
Okay.
I know 100 different versions of Kinesha because we've been together since we were teenagers. So I know adolescent Kinesha. I know young adult. I know,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I know I can predict how you're going to react and respond to certain things. He may have not been afforded that same level of comprehension of his partner. And I can understand from a man's point of view, let me protect myself somewhere.
I can get that, babe. I'm not disagreeing with you there. I can see that
I
portion
hope you
of
can
it,
see with them
right?
glasses on.
I hope, you know what? I can see it from that perspective. But I think that you trying to refuse to understand why that would be hurtful to his wife.
No, hold on. I'm not trying to invalidate her feelings.
But you-
No. Her feelings are her feelings. He could walk in and wear a blue shirt and she'd be offended.
No,
because
we're
she
not.
don't
We're
like
not doing
blue.
that. We're not
Hold
doing
on.
that. Nope. We're not. I'm
Hold
not
on,
even gonna
hold-
let you finish
okay,
that.
hold on.
We're not doing that. We're talking
Listen.
about this. No, talk about
Okay.
this at hand.
well,
Do
okay,
you
well,
think
okay, what I'm
that she
saying
has a
is-
reason to be upset?
She has a reason to feel the way
Yes or
she
no?
She
No,
has a reason
no,
to feel the way
yes-
she feels.
Yes
because
or no?
they're her
Yes or no?
feelings.
Yes or no?
She's
No,
allowed.
don't answer-
She's
no.
allowed
Yes
to
or no?
Feel.
Yes or no? Do you think
She's
that that's a
allowed-
valid reason for
she
her
has-
to?
She is allowed to feel.
Okay, I see how you. I see what you want to do. I see how
But
you.
you're
I
not gonna rope me into a phase.
I'm not trying to
Or a
rope you into
phrase.
anything. I'm trying to get
What
you.
I'm saying is, she's entitled to feel the way she felt, just as much as he's entitled to feel the way he felt.
Okay.
That led him to do that, right?
Okay.
And instead of, and this is what people do oftentimes, instead of reflecting on what it is about me that made him think that this is what he had to do to protect himself, she took it personal as if he's doing something to me directly. So she's not even trying to comprehend his point of view. She's too busy in I'm hurt.
First of all,
Yes.
we've had conversations like that
Yes, ma'am.
before.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not gonna try to reverse psychology out of it. Not saying, hold
This
on,
ain't got
not
nothing to do
saying,
with us.
listen,
What
no,
you
I know this
talking
ain't got
about?
nothing to do with us, but I'm just saying the situation at hand. can you recognize the fact
I'm about to hide the
that
Bible.
can you recognize the fact that that could be hurtful to your partner, whether
Anything
it
could be
was the
hurtful.
husband doing it to the wife or the wife doing it to the husband?
Anything could be
Okay, let me
hurtful.
ask you this: if I had done that to you, would you have been hurt? Would you have felt some type of way?
Yeah.
Okay, you would have been hurt, right?
I feel,
No, you said
hold on.
yeah. No, you said yeah,
But
right?
also,
you said yes, right?
I did say yes.
Okay, that's it. Okay, we can move on to the next one.
I did say yes, but
We can move on to the next
But
one.
I also feel some type of way when you don't cook my eggs right.
We can move on to the next one.
And you need to stop yelling so much.
We can move on.
You up in here hyphy for no reason.
I'm not hyphy.
You gonna pop the bun off your top of your head. You up here excited?
Anywho,
Um,
my boss is having an affair with our assistant, and I'm friends with his wife.
no, ain't none of your business.
I work as a project manager at a small business and have been in my role for more than 6 years. I was referred to this position through Katie, a friend from my hobby club I belong to. She learned that I had been recently laid off from my last position and offered to introduce me to her husband, John, who owns a consulting firm in my field. After a standard interview process, I was hired and have been there ever since. About 18 months ago, we were looking for a new administrative assistant for the business. Instead of advertising the position like we normally would, John hired Tammy, the daughter of a family friend. She was supposedly a recent grad, very eager, would need some training, but would be a great addition to the team. For her first day, it was clear that she was not the right fit for the position. Her computer and communication skills were poor. She took forever to do basic tasks and dressed inappropriately for the work office and played on her phone most of the day. She was also coming in late or leaving early every single day. Every attempt to provide her with instruction or feedback was met with confusion or eye rolling. Another manager asked her to help in stuffing envelopes for a promotional event, and she laughed in his face. I went to John and asked him what exactly Tammy's role was supposed to be since she was refusing to do much of anything. He said not to worry, that he would have a word with her. The next day, he told me he would be managing her directly from then on, and if I needed something that fell under the assistant's umbrella, I could email him and he would see to it that it got done. He had never taken over a management of an assistant before this, and it felt like something was amiss. Within a few weeks, it seemed clear that John was having an affair with Tammy. John has never admitted it to me, but they drive in to work together every single day. They have long meetings in a locked office every afternoon, and whenever she is at her desk, she's online shopping and browsing her social media. If anyone asks Tammy to do something for their team, she goes straight to John, and within a few minutes later, he sends an email to someone else that they need to take care of it. My emails to John regarding my team's administrative needs just get ignored, and I wind up doing those tasks myself or handing them off to one of my team members. I've tried to talk to John about this and how it's impacting our workflow and how he really needs a true assistant, but he snaps and tells me that these tasks are not urgent and they can be handled by my team and myself. John's reliability as a CEO and decision maker has plummeted as well, and the morale is low. I've been quietly looking for another job. My dilemma is what to do about Katie, which is his wife. I'm very confident that they don't have an open marriage, and she truly thinks that Tammy is a great assistant at the workplace. I haven't told her about the affair, partly because it's not my business, and partly because I need to protect my job. I'm the only person at work who would possibly tip her off about this, and it would be obvious if it were me if I were to tell her. I feel absolutely awful keeping this secret, and I just feel so guilty when she asks me how work is going. What do I need to do? What should I do? Advice.
Shut your ass up because you ain't seen nothing. You're alluding.
You're assuming.
You're alluding to shit, and you might ruin a marriage off of something because you're not happy.
Right. Well, no. Okay. Now listen here.
No.
Why do he need?
No.
Let my hand go.
No.
I don't want to rub your thigh.
No.
Okay. Listen.
No. Go ahead and defend this.
I agree with you that he does not have. He doesn't have what seems like legitimate proof that
she doesn't have proof.
Who's she?
The lady who wrote that.
Oh, it was the guy.
That was a lady.
Oh, I thought it was a guy.
No, because why would a guy be friends with his wife? It was the lady.
Oh, yes. Okay. So anyway, she doesn't have proof.
She ain't got a damn thing.
like
just mad-
hardcore
she just-
legitimate proof. But
She just mad that
what-
Tammy ain't got to work this
no,
hard.
what she's doing is putting puzzle pieces together
And the place where you-
without a clear picture.
Okay.
So she's saying that they drive into work every day.
Well,
They
her
take
Sudoku-
long meetings in his office every afternoon with the door being
She's
locked.
an assistant.
Okay, but come on. Does the assistant need to be in your office with the door closed and locked?
You don't know how important this meeting is.
Okay, let me ask
Maybe
you
you're not
something.
in the secret.
Let me ask you something. I'm gonna ask you something.
Go ahead.
And I want you to answer it honestly. Don't try to give me like, oh, it could be anything. I wouldn't assume nothing. If I was an administrative assistant and you came to visit me at work and you got to my desk and they were like, oh, she's in John's office. And you're like, okay, like, can I go back there? They're like, yeah, sure. You go back to John's office and you find that the door is closed,
Okay.
the door is locked.
Okay.
You have to knock on the door,
Okay.
and then I come out.
Mhm.
What would you ask me anything? Would you be suspicious that I was in the office with
Well,
my boss behind a locked door?
Well, for one,
Yes or no?
whether the door is locked or not, I got to knock because I was
Listen,
close.
listen.
Okay.
Would you not? Would you not like
I
with the
would
wheels
ask-
not be turning?
I would just ask you straight up,
What would you ask me?
what's going on in there?
Oh, I just like work. I'll say work stuff.
Okay, what work stuff?
Work stuff.
Okay.
You don't understand what my job is. I'm an administrative assistant, so
Okay,
we
that's
were going over paperwork.
That's fine.
And then what would be your next question? You would just be like, oh, okay, that's fine. And you wouldn't question me about it at all. You wouldn't feel no type of way that I was in my boss's office behind a closed, locked door.
Stop hitting the table.
A closed, locked door.
Is this a one?
No,
Is this a one?
just answer the
No,
question.
because I need more content.
Just, okay, what?
Is this every time I come here this is happening?
Okay,
Or
this is the second time this has happened.
Oh, then we having a conversation. Why are you?
But why are we having a conversation? I'm at work, and
I know.
he's my boss.
I'm gonna just start checking your panties.
And, okay, but he's my boss. So why are we having a conversation?
Okay, because I'm gonna ask you if it's inappropriate. But at the end of the day, I have.
But what would give you the inkling that it could be inappropriate? Why does that seem inappropriate
Because
to you?
you're constant. If you're in there every day behind a locked door with a man.
Does that seem inappropriate?
Yeah,
So from that, you would infer that there could be a possibility.
Right.
So, but hold on,
but here's
hold,
the thing.
no,
Here's the
no,
thing.
no,
here's the-
let me cook.
But you're not cooking. You're not cooking at all.
I am cooking. If
No, you're
you
not.
Let me.
No, you're not.
cook.
Here's the thing. In your scenario, I'm directly connected to you because we are pair bonded. We are in a relationship. We are in a marriage, right? I'm sorry, I haven't been talking about. I'm directly connected to you.
Okay.
In that situation, she's on the outside of the relationship. She's not married to any party behind this locked door.
Okay, but what
She
if
just
somebody?
knows somebody.
Okay, so let's
Okay,
say.
so go ahead and change up your
no,
hypothetical.
because you're trying to
prove your
change
point.
it. If you were talking to your friends,
I didn't try to change it. I gave you the facts.
but I'm
And-
just
and,
saying,
like,
I'm just saying that what she said, what she is saying, what she has observed, what everybody in the office has observed, it can be inferred that there is a possibility that he's having an affair with Tammy.
and it could also be inferred that she can go tell Katie and Katie put them hands on her ass.
Right. But she don't want to,
So, look here. It don't cost nothing
to mind your own
to
damn
mind
business.
your goddamn business. Mind your business, Karen, and keep it pushing. If you don't like your job, quit.
I'm just talking about, I just want to focus on, do you agree
the locked
that,
door.
do you agree that it could potentially be inferred that he could possibly be sleeping with Tammy based on what the team is observing? Them having afternoon conversations behind a locked door every day.
I'll do you one better.
Them coming
Hold
into
on.
work,
Hold on.
driving to work every day.
I'm gonna do you one better.
I'm
I'm gonna do you one better. Not only can you infer that's happening because of the frequency in which it's
Yeah.
happening, I will also double down and tell you that as a married man, I would never even put myself in that situation. I'm not being in the room behind a locked door with no woman.
So you would probably say that there is a good chance,
Because
like a
if-
99.9% chance that he having an affair with Tammy.
Because if I'm in there with Tammy and the door is locked, somebody else gonna be in there. It's gonna be two other parties. It's gonna be a group of people that can verify
Oh, so
what's going on.
You like to do the group
Okay,
style.
that's not what I'm saying.
Wait.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Lord, I want to be a whore so bad. I wanna be a whore so- Next one. Go ahead. Next one.
No.
I'm done. I have nothing.
I
to
know.
say. I have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say.
I know what you're saying.
All I'm saying, don't go in there and blow up that woman's life because you don't know what you don't know what their situation is.
Yeah.
So keep your bitter
Why she got to be bitter?
Because she's
though?
bitter and she's not happy.
How you know she bitter though?
She bitter because she's not happy at her workplace. Because she just said that she just feel like she doing too much work and she can't tell.
Well, that's because they have an assistant who doesn't assist.
She assisting somebody.
I would be upset. Yeah, she is.
She assisting somebody. That's all.
Apparently, she assisted the main cheese.
So do your job and shut your ass up.
Oh, wow.
What you got
You're
next?
so hostile. Am I the asshole for going back on my word to pay for my daughter's wedding?
No.
My daughter has been married 3 times.
Hell no. Next.
I love.
Next.
I love her, but
I'm
she's
done.
terrible.
No, I'm done. I am done.
Let me get
Don't
it
even
out.
finish it.
Let me get it out.
We ain't even got to finish.
Let me get it out.
3 times, my dude.
Am I the asshole for going back on my word to pay for my daughter's wedding? My daughter has been married 3 times. I love her, but she just has terrible taste in men. She is a smart girl, university educated, good career, and then she turned 25 and decided that crappy relationships were the way to go. I was rude the last time she asked me for help with her wedding. I was maybe a little salty because my wife and I are supposed to be retired and enjoying life. Instead, we're over here raising my grandson while my daughter looks for her soulmate. She's tried 4 times now. Thank God she didn't marry the last clown. She has, however, found a new guy, the love of her life. And she came to me because I said that I would pay for the next one, the next wedding. I said it didn't count because she never married the last guy. She is now furious with me for, quote unquote, taking her or tricking her into thinking that she could have a nice wedding. I'm just done. I want her to meet a good man and settle down. She doesn't need to marry anyone. She falls in love way too quickly, in my opinion. Actually, what she needs to do is forget guys and come be a great mother to my grandson. Am I wrong for this?
Hell no, you ain't wrong. I wouldn't pay for none of them. The 4th guy? Get out of here. Get out of here. You better close that checkbook.
I mean, but I'm just wondering, like, okay, he said 25.
That means she started at 25.
Okay, he said when she turned 25, she decided that crappy relationships were the way to go.
So that's when they started.
And
when she was 25. It sounded like she really just wanted to have a hot girl summer, and it didn't.
No, I'll tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like no. I can't stand you. It sounds like that any relationships that she gets into in that beginning stage where everything is like lovey-dovey, feels good, she mistakes that for like longevity, or she mistakes that it could be something more. But it's just the love.
Did he say what his name is? Did he say his name?
No.
I'm sorry, sir, but your daughter's from the streets. We can't win them all, and I'm pretty sure you probably tried your best when you were raising her. And
I'm pretty sure you tried your best.
And I really don't want to say this on the pod after Mother's Day, but I'm pretty sure it's the mother's fault.
No, it's probably your dad's fault. No, 100. It's probably your dad's fault.
It's the mother's fault. You was probably working too much to be active. Because, I know how it is.
He was probably working too much to be active, so he replaced that with buying her things and making her feel good all the time. So now she chases the feel good all the time. And then when the feel good runs off, then she's on to the next man. Again, it might be dad's fault.
Where were the lessons?
Again, it might be dad's fault.
Where were the lessons mom was supposed to teach her?
It might be dad's fault. It might be dad's fault.
It's not your fault.
It might be dad's fault.
Don't give that child
it sounds like typical daddy issues.
You got them.
It sounds like typical daddy issues.
You got them, don't you? Or
so it was dad's fault.
She's for the streets. Like
she's just searching for that feel good acceptance that she never got from her father because he was working too much.
Speaking the words of the great Professor Future.
Maurice, I'm not doing this with you.
All these
no damn Professor Future. I am not doing this. This has been another episode of Life After I Do podcast. If you are not already doing so, you can follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Don't you say nothing about TikTok.
OnlyPants. Only pants.
And
And
Life
TikTok,
After I
y'all-
Do, Life After I
TikTok,
Do
y'all got 9
podcast.
months. Y'all got 9 months.
And you can also write into us. We would love to hear from you guys if you want to get our reaction about something. If you feel like you want to see what our advice is about something, you can always write into us at lifeafteridopodcast@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. But don't forget to like, follow, and share on all social
All
media
that.
platforms.
All that.
New episodes are every Wednesday as always. And until we see you again.
Hold on. Before we sign out, I want to say that my wife is very intelligent and she's very smart. And not only is she, y'all also see that she's beautiful, but sometimes the sense ain't common. Till next time, we love y'all. Peace.
Bye, Maurice.